Your regular Wednesday night racing fixture comes to you from Happy Valley, where we do have a 9-race card on the C+3 course, and the first event of the 9-race card is Class 3 over the 1,000 metres. It might be worth keeping abreast of the weather. It's been very unsettled here in Hong Kong. And Beauty Waves at the top, a last start winner for Zach Purtney, goes up £5 for that last start win. Heroic Master, Happy United for Jamie Richards, Harmony 5 for Douglas White. You've got Super Fortune for Matthew Poon. Majestic Express is a newcomer. He won a race over in Australia at Kembla Grange in New South Wales prior to arriving, and Youthful Spirits is having start number 3, Mark Newton and Luke Ferraris. Let's have a look at the speed here for the first. Paul, Harmony 5, do you think he pings the traps? And what about Super Fortune?
Yeah, look, he led last time, Harmony 5, with a lot of these horses in the race. Super Fortune comes into the race. I think he can sort of sit outside, but Harmony 5, I think, can get to the front there and lead once again. He's got pretty good pace, has Harmony Fire. And then we've got Beauty Waves, Youthful Spirits, Happy United, Heroic Master, and I think the first starter will go back, but it's only a small field.
Did it surprise you a bit last time out, Beauty Waves? They took a little sit with him?
Yeah, look, it seemed to work though, didn't it? So I think they'll try it again.
Yep, he is coming through the main replay we're highlighting here, and you can see him just behind the pace here, travelling well. Heroic Master, who runs third, is back here. Youthful Spirits up outside the leader, and Happy United weakened out of it, Paul. But he's got the pacifiers coming off, but the pacifiers with the cowls going on. Yeah,
look, and he's performed on a track that's been rain affected as well, if the rain does keep coming here in Hong Kong as forecast. But you can see Harmony Fire was clear here, but Beauty Waves, with that set, he managed to run him down and win nicely. Thought it was a good run from Youthful Spirit, stayed on well, and Heroic Master. So good run from all these top 4 horses there, really.
Took him a wee while to get there, Beauty Waves, but eventually he did, and he has won a trial since, and we can see this trial now, and he won this by a big space, Paul. It was 5.5 lengths in the end, but he does have to carry the 130 this time round.
Yeah, so he does go up in weight. That's just a little query for him. But look, he's a horse that keeps improving. He came with form from overseas, over in the Northern Hemisphere, and sometimes those horses just take a little while to acclimatise. I think he has done that, and this trial was pretty good, wasn't it? He did really stretch out nicely. So I think he's just really hit his straps now.
It looks like Pierrong has got to the bottom of him, Beauty Waves. So moving on to another trial here, it's Majestic Express, who ran second. He's had 3 starts in Australia, Paul, prior to arriving, beaten in the first 2 comprehensively as well, and then came out and won his next start prior to arriving here in Hong Kong. I haven't minded his trials.
Trials have been okay, but again, I just wonder if he'll need the run just to get him up to Fay. He did when he first started his campaign. He's 12.34 pounds, so he's quite a big boy as well as Majestic Express. He's found a whole bunch of speeds here on his debut, so we'll see how he goes. Did win over 1,000 though.
Yep, chased home Gustosissimo, who of course will line up at the weekend at Sharton. Smallfield Paul to kick the card off, just 7. Who makes it into the top 4?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Beauty Waves. I think he's hit his straps now, so he can go back to back. Heroic Master, he'll be running on strongly. Hugh Bowman rode him last time, and barrier number 4 for him. Youthful Spirits keeps improving, and Harmony Fire. So sort of the first 4 home last time they met. It's just a slightly different order, 1, 2, 7 and 4.
Those are Paul's selections for race number 1, Wednesday night, Happy Valley, with the first at the Class 3 1,000 metre race jumping at 6:40. Into the basement grade of Class 5 for race number 2 of the Happy Valley card. It is over 1,800 metres, and at the top, Splendid Stars got the Shadow Roll coming off, has run 5th in a recent trial. Amazing Boy on a 7-day turnaround. Ninja Derby, Sunny Shines, you've got Go Go Go, who's got the pacifiers on, a bit unlucky last time out. Circuit Lead's trialled since his last start. Loyal Ambition's not won in a long time. Precision Gold Diamond winner hasn't won. You've got Fox Underway, Brother Pearl and Super Hornet down at the bottom for Ben Thompson, who's just been licensed through till the end of the season. The blinkers are off and the visor is being added to his gear repertoire. Paul the pace here, a Precision Goal. He lit up last time out but was gone a long way from home on the all-weather.
Yeah, exactly. He's drawn barrier 1, so look, he sort of has led over these longer trips. Loyal Ambition can put himself into a nice position. Super Hornet likes to go forward. Amazing Boy won't be too far away. Circuit Elite, he made that mid-race move last time. Then the ones that generally get back, Sunny Shines and Diamond Winner, they always go back.
Time to look at the first of the replays for race number 2, and we're looking here at Circuit Elite, who is up on the pace here after making that move. Loyal Ambition, Diamond Winner, Super Hornet and Go Go Go. He's been seen since Paul and was a bit unlucky, I thought, to go last time out.
Yeah, look, he has taken a bit with him. He's going down in the ratings now. Zach Purden will stick with him. He's just got barrier 10, go, so just might have to go back once again. Loyal Ambition is a good sort of yardstick for this sort of competition. He's pretty always sort of thereabouts. He goes in on a minor line for me.
You could see Diamond making a bit of ground, but that's what he invariably does down the outside, a non-winner. Precision Goal, Fox Underway, I thought this time round appeared to get every chance. Of course, Precision Goal has lined up since, and he was on the all-weather, Paul, but he was well and truly beaten at the 400.
He was, wasn't he? So you have to take him on trust up to 1,800 metres. Look, again, there's Fox Under. These are the usual suspects in this race, weren't they? And Fox Underway looked like he was going to win halfway down. I'm going to put him in, but not on a win line. You know, he did get run down in the end. So he's getting there slowly, but so a lot of these horses.
Yes. What do we do with the Splendid Star, who's coming into this off a 5th at the trials? There was no pressure put on him in this barrier trial. Of course, Devano up front here was a winner on debut, and he's got the Shadow Roller coming off. He's won course and distance. He's a 3-time winner in the grade.
Yeah, so he's got a lot more ticks than a lot of these horses in this race. He's gone nicely enough as well in this race. He's drawn barrier number 3, should get himself into a sort of a midfield position, and he's more than capable. So, look, it's not a strong race. I think he's capable of winning it.
Okay, that is the verdict there on Splendid Star with Luke Ferraris and Douglas White from barrier number 3. So you think he can prevail? Yeah,
I'm going to go with him. Coming back here into Class 5, he's had one go previously in it, this sort of campaign. And the 1,800 metres looks ideal for him. Fox Underway, amazing boy. Look, he's going to get a nice run from barrier 2. Blinkers come off him and Loyal Ambition. But wide open this race, 110.27.
We've had some good double trio results recently, a few jackpots. If you like the double trio, it kickstarts there with race number 2, the Class 5, over 1,800 metres. The early treble of the Wednesday night Happy Valley card is underway with race number 3, and again it is Class 5, but this time over 1,200 metres. Noble One has had the 4 goes in at the grade for a win, and just battled fairly, beaten favourite last time out. Tactical Command rushed home over the final stages last start. Bo Goss, Mr Good Vibes here for David Hall and Karis Teaton. Podium into Class 5 for the first time. Storm Trooper, he's not won in a long time for trainer Dennis Ship. Sweet Diamond is on a 7-day turnaround. Wind Speeder, just a one-time winner from 38. Viva Alara last start winner. He goes up £5 here. Hero Icon, Millennium Falcon and Easy 2, a 16-start maiden. Viva Alara here, Paul, he sat just off them last time out, had that good run on the fence, and it was quite a facile victory in the end.
He won well, and he's trialled really well since as well. Has Viva Alara from 6. Like, he can lead if he wants to, otherwise Sweet Diamond's the other alternative if they don't want to lead. Mr Good Vibes will put himself right up there last time. Millennium Falcon, I think Tactical Command will be a lot closer from a good draw. Bo Goss has had plenty of opportunities, as had Hero Icon.
Well, speaking of Tactical Command, let's have a look at his last start performance. He's trained by Mark Newnham. Here he is basically last on the, well, he is last on the corner there, Paul, but in the end he's only beaten 2 1/4. He really caught the eye in this race.
He did, didn't he? Yeah, I definitely think he's a really good, well, I'll put him on top. I think he can win. He's got Zach Purden jumping aboard as well. I think he'd be a lot closer in the run. He was a lot closer when he won his race as well, 3 starts back, and just the way he finished off strongly here. He drew wide, so he did have to go back.
That, of course, was in Class 4. He's back into Class 5 once again is Tactical Command. On we go to Sweet Diamond. Here he is behind Super Axiom. He'll get a win at some point, but probably disappointing really to see where he is these days, down on a rating of 38, considering he'd won in a higher grade. Yeah,
he won it. He's a Class 4 winner. Look, he's, as you mentioned, he's slowly getting there. This was a 3rd from him, although beating a long, sort of a big distance for 3rd. I mean, Super Axiom led all the way, didn't he? And no one was going to catch him on that day. So a good enough run. I've got him in on a minor line.
You've been a fan of Mr Good Vibes. He's trained by David Hall. He's got barrier number 1. I thought he won a very good race last time out, up outside the leader here.
I think this is the best we've seen from him. And look, he's slowly getting there. I didn't know what his best distance was. Like, he'd run really well over 1,000. I thought once he got up to the 1650 at Happy Valley would have been ideal for him, but he is running well over the shorter distances. Look, he stayed on really nicely here in this particular race. So, yeah, look, he goes in for me as well. He wasn't beaten too far at all.
Yeah, and the winner of that race, of course, was at a big price there, Urban Triumph. A few more to have a look at, and it's through the Viva La replay here. And, of course, he was the last start winner. Paul mentioned before he has trialled well. Easy 2 in this as well. He's not done a great deal. Wind speeder, blinkers off. He's been consistent, Paul, back and wide. He's £9 better off here for that effort behind Viva La last start.
Yeah, definitely. But the query I had with him was the draw. He's got a barrier number 12, so he's going to have to go all the way back, I think. Look, he did run on nicely enough, but Viva La could have won by another 3 the way he did. So of those ones, Viva La will go in on a minor line.
Yep, and he is going up a further £5 for this assignment is Viva La. Who's on top here?
Going to go with that Tactical Command. The first replay we saw, I think he's ready to win again, and he's in Class 5. He looks well placed in this to beat Mr. Good Vibes, Sweet Diamond and Viva La. We talked all about that, but I think Tactical Command can win this.
That is Paul's thoughts on race number 3, or those are Paul's thoughts on race number 3, which again is Class 5, the second and final of the 2 Class 5 races Wednesday night. And the 6 up at Happy Valley on Wednesday night is underway with race number 4. Let's look at the lineup for this Class 4 over the minimum trip of 1,000 metres. Mark Comet is dropping back in grade, hasn't done a great deal in his 4 starts. Fortune Warrior pulled up with substantial blood in the trachea last time out. He's also failed a vet exam after a gallop, but good to go for Wednesday night at barrier 12. Charity for All is on debut for Danny Shum, Derek Lung. Grand Nova is on debut for John Size and Hugh Bowman. He has had the 3 trials. Sergeant Pepper Ferry Horse has the hood coming off. Strive for Glory has done plenty of recent racing on the all-weather. Great Achiever dropping back to 1,000 metres with the blinkers on, and then you've got Lean Master, Circuit 7, Gorgeous Vitality also with the blinkers on first time, and Philos getting close to a drop in grade. Pace here, Paul, well, we know Fortune Warrior should be able to speed across here and lead. Does he get company from Philos?
Could well do. Philos actually led last time, but look, I think he can cross him, Fortune Warrior. Sergeant Pepper's got a low draw. He'll get his opportunity. Lean Master will go forward. Circuit 7 will be looking for a little bit of cover from his wide draw. Mark Comet was a better trial from him last time, and I think the first starter there, Grand Nova, he should get a nice run just midfield.
First runner to a highlight for race 4 is Sergeant Pepper. He's trained by Me Choi. The stable could certainly do with a winner. Alice Wong riding very well at the moment. Now, he last won, Paul, 293 days ago with a weight of 127. He has been struggling with those bigger weights, hasn't he?
He has, yeah, definitely. So, look, with the £10 claim, it's really going to help him. I'm going to include him for that reason. Just on a minor line, though, he's come off an all-weather run last time, Sergeant Pepper, but his better runs for sure have been here at Happy Valley. And, look, it was no match for the winner, but he still ran well enough.
Yeah, Lean Master stayed on there for 5th, and he comes into this after a run 3 wide, no cover last time out, up on the pace. Gorgeous Vitality, a 2-time winner, Paul. He's found himself down to a rating of 46, this 2-time course and distance winner, right? And he's trialled recently with the blinkers on up at Chung Fa.
Yeah, and the trial was good with these blinkers on. He's going to race with them the first time. The key for him, he's back to 1,000 metres. He's got a light weight. His last win was off 59, and he's now rated 46. So he's so well rated here. The trial was good. Lyle Hewitson actually went up and rode him in this trial, and look, I think he can win with the lightweight.
Yeah, very interesting horse in the contest is Gorgeous Vitality, and at his best he could certainly figure here from a low draw. I haven't minded the trials, Paul, of Grand Nova, a 3-year-old son of Vancouver who came through the Magic Millions Gold Coast National Yearling Sale for 80,000 Australian dollars. 3 trials, none at Happy Valley, but that's typical of John Size. He doesn't take horses to the Valley in trial. No,
and the trial's been fine. You've got a key booking there with Hugh Bowman riding him. You have the earplugs on, and John does use those earplugs quite a bit with his horses. Drawn barrier number 7, he should get a midfield run. And the trial was good. Actually, I thought the best part of the trial was when they went past the line there.
Yeah, you could really see him stretching out nicely there and doing his best work late in the piece there. Grand Nova. Who makes it on top here? I thought this was quite an interesting race, this one.
Yeah, it's wide open, but look, I'm going to go with the really well-rated horse, which is Gorgeous Vitality. He's drawn nicely, and back to 1,000 is the key with blinkers on. So he's on top to beat the 1, Mark Comet. I just think there's some improvement with this horse. He went out quite short on his debut run. He's been disappointing since, but there is a bit of improvement, and now he's downgraded into Class 4. I think that's a good thing for him. Lean Master and Sergeant Pepper coming through that same race. 11, 1, 9 and 5.
If you're a fan of the 6-up, set your alarm. It is 10 minutes past 8 o'clock for the first leg on Wednesday night. On we go to race number 5 of the Wednesday night card at Happy Valley, and this race here is for the Class 2 gallopers. It is the trophy event of the night, the Career Racing Authority Trophy. WizKid to add Harry Bentley, he is a 4-time course and distance winner coming out of the Sprint Cup. Likewise is Duke Y, who's got the blinkers off, the visor being reapplied, the tongue tie is off. Nervous Witness, Seasons Wit, they've been targeting this race for a wee while for this 4-time course and distance winner. Majestic Knight has had a recent trial since his last start 5th. Carroll Street, Harmony and Blessed, he's also trained by David Hayes, who's got a couple in the race. Andrea Atsini rides. Nordic Dragon's just been terribly out of form, and Humble Star is resuming off the back of a right front tendon injury going back to the early part of December. Nervous Witness here, Paul. Does he cross the stablemate here, Harmony and Blessed, and what does WizKid do?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the key with Nervous Witness and Harmony and Blessed. They're both leaders, but of the two, I think Nervous Witness is one-dimensional, so he has to lead, whereas Harmony and Blessed has taken a sit in the past. WizKid will put the other one, they'll put pressure on. So, look, Majestic Knight likes to lead as well. I think he'll just take a sit with Hugh Bowman aboard and he get his opportunity that way. Seasons Wit and the other 4 will get back.
Rightio, interesting race this one, the KRA Trophy. Let's hear from David Hayes, who's got 2 in the race. He's got Nervous Witness and also Harmony and Blessed. And Harmony and Blessed was the last start winner. Nervous Witness back at Happy Valley as well.
David, race 5 on the programme Wednesday night is the Career Racing Authority Trophy. You've got a couple of runners. Let's start with your last start winner, Harmony and Blessed. I mean, at the age of 7, he was arguably as impressive as ever last time.
I thought it was probably his career best off that high rating to win that well. But he's one of these speed horses that if there's not too much pressure up front, he's always hard to beat. And but if there's too much pressure, he can bomb out. A bit like his stablemate.
Yeah, quite. We'll get to him shortly. Now on a career high mark of 84. I mean, he's got to marks nearing this in the past. I mean, he's run okay. I mean, at the age of 7, 84, I guess it does get a bit tougher, doesn't it?
It does, but he's fought, he's been unsound as a young horse and he bled. Right. So he's not bleeding at the moment and he's very sound. So there's no reason why he can't keep going at 84.
I mean, he's win last time over the 6 furlongs. I mean, we know, I mean, you might correct me if I'm wrong, but maybe a better horse over 1,000. So you're bringing him back in trick, which should certainly suit.
Yeah, well, of course, he's back in trick because there's no 1200s. But I do think he's probably, over the years, been better at 1,000 than 1,200. And, let's hope he can get his highest class win tomorrow.
He, as you say, on pace run, he's got a good draw, so that's obviously a benefit too.
It is, and look, he doesn't have to lead. And coming back from 1,200 to 1,000 from that draw, I'd say follow the pace, where Nervous Witness is a one-dimensional speed horse. So he'll be probably rolling along if he jumps well out in front. And he can keep running if he doesn't get pressured as well. He's had soundness issues, but he's very sound at the moment, so he can easily win in this class.
And just for both horses, I mean, Harmony and Blessed has had limited exposure to it. What about the ground? Obviously, the weather's been quite inclement of late. It looks as if it might be a little bit softer underfoot. How will he handle it, do you think?
I prefer them both on top of the ground. Fast tracks, fast horses. Slow tracks slows them down a bit, so I'd be more confident if it stopped raining.
On Nervous Witness, of course, I mean, he's a very well documented horse. I don't know if he gives you a headache or not, but he was good 3 starts ago and winning, and it was great to see. When he did win around here, though, he was very impressive.
Oh, yeah. If he gets left alone, he can dominate the race and look outstanding. Problem is, if he gets taken on, he's a bit of a one-trick pony over races and doesn't finish. So you just got to try and work out the speed, and if you think he's going to be lobbing along in front and left alone, he could easily win.
And you've taken the hood off as well. Just tell me how you came to that conclusion.
I'd just make him faster, hopefully. I think he just started, he didn't show his normal blistering speed from the gate last start, and I just thought we'd tinker. And he did win a lot of his early races without the hood, so hopefully that helps.
Always great to hear from David Hayes, and he's hoping for a drier track come Wednesday night, Paul, but we've had a lot of rain Tuesday morning, haven't we?
Yeah, we have, and the forecast isn't promising.
So let's see what transpires there. On we go to Majestic Night, and look, I thought this wasn't a bad run from him last time out, and he's dropping back to 1,000 metres with Hugh Bowman on board, and thought the trial looked pretty good coming into this as well, and Seasons Wood also here.
Yeah, so look, I like both these two. I think these two horses can quinella the race, actually. I like Majestic Night. I've always liked this horse. They just might have to take a sit with him, but I don't think he has to lead because the pace is going to be on with Nervous Witness in the race, and he can just bowl along and finish over the top. We've seen that happen in the past.
Yeah, we certainly have. For one more to look at, it's Humble Star through the trials now. I think he's quite interesting coming into this, Paul. He's got the lightweight. He is eligible for Class 3. They opt here for the bottom of Class 2. He's won first up, and he's got a good course and distance record, and this is him behind his stablemate Beauty Waves in a recent trial.
Good trial from him. Yeah, look, he won, as you say, on debut when he was promoted that day. And so he does go well fresh, there's no question. Look, he was right on the cusp for me. I didn't quite get him in, but I wouldn't be surprised if he ran well. He is definitely one of the main chances.
He certainly travelled strongly in that recent barrier trial there behind Beauty Waves. Who makes it into the top 4 for the KRA Trophy?
I'm going to go with that quinella I said. I'm going to go with Majestic Night to beat Seasons Wit. I know they've been targeting this race for Seasons Wit. Harmony and Blessed, I think he'll sit behind his stablemate, and he is better over 1,200 these days, I thought, although his 1,000-metre record is very good. And Wizkid's going to be there for a long period of the race. He went in just in front of Humble Star. 5-4-7-1.
And the KRA Trophy is the first leg of Wednesday night's triple trio on races 5, 6 and 7. Race number 6 is Class 4 over 1,650 metres. Here's the lineup for the contest with Good Luck Win. The blinkers are off. He's having his second go in Class 4. Only lightly tried here in Hong Kong. Snowalot was a terrific last start to winner. He goes up £8. Viva Hunter, Pegasus General, just a one-time winner from 25. Fortune Cookies didn't do a great deal at his first outing. I Can, and further down in the order you've got Game Player Warrior, who's got the shadow roll being applied for the first time. Storm Winner's been trounced in his 2 starts to date so far. Coming to Happy Valley for the first time. Young Victory, Can't Go Wonga winner 2 starts ago. Kingly Demeanour has the blinkers off, and Reliable Profit is first up for 117 days off a right 4 suspensory injury. Doesn't look to be a lot of pace in this race, Paul.
No, not at all. So I thought Good Luck Win from an inside draw. He did lead last time, but we'll see. It's his second go back in Class 4. Viva Hunter likes to put himself in the race. He's drawn wide, so he won't be too far away. I Can, he set it quite handy last time. I thought Can't Go Wong will get a good run along with Pegasus General.
Let's look at a last start winner in the form of Snowalot, who sat back here. Paul, you can see him last on the fence there, and Purton picked a path between runners here, and he was able to score. And the form out of the race has been okay because Capital Legends won, and Chirin Warriors won too.
Yes, we saw Chirin Warrior win last weekend finally, but look, a good run from him. He's obviously one of the main dangers in the race. He's drawn barrier 5. He'll get a similar run. It was a good ride from Zach though, but the horse was pulling away a little bit on the line, I thought, so it did win with a little bit in hand. It's just as long as he can take the rides and wait.
Yep, just got a further extra £8 to carry this time round, does Snowalot. On we go to the next of them. It's Can't Go Wong, who seems to have found a home at either the top of Class 5 or maybe even pulled the bottom of Class 4 off the back of this third last time out behind California Totality, who was actually late scratch at the weekend.
He was. He's won 2 in a row, California Totality. And look, I thought this was a really good run from him because he was wide most of the way. They didn't go quickly either, so he had to sort of sprint off a slow pace, and I thought he did it really well. Now, prior to this, he did win in Class 5 at Happy Valley, so he does like the Valley. Coming back to Happy Valley, I think he can win this race, and look, I really like the way he stayed on.
He finished about 1.25 lengths in front of Celtic Times, another one of your old faves who won at the weekend.
I told you to keep the faith on it.
At Sharton, yes, you've kept the faith. Moving on to Pegasus General now. You've probably had to keep the faith here with Pegasus General. There's only a one-time winner from 25. I thought he had every chance here, Paul, and flying silver out of this race. Won at Happy Valley last week.
He did. He came out and won. Happy to watch Pegasus General though. Look, this was 2,200 metres, so he's all the way back to 1,650. I think he sort of had his opportunity, and you can see him sort of whacking away there. Prior to that, he'd run over 1800. So I just wonder if the 1650 now is a little bit sharp for him.
I didn't think there were too many chances in this. There's a few that don't have really any good form to speak about, so could be a few big prices in this race.
There could be. So I'm going to go with one of the likely favourites. I think there's a dead set Quinella in this race, and that's Can't Go Wong and Snow a Lot. I think they're the two main chances. Other than that, it's take your pick. There isn't, falls away pretty quickly. Viva Hunter in there for third, and if there is any rain around, he'll appreciate that. And I Can should get a nice run. 10-2-3-6.
You heard it here first on the race-by-race preview. A dead set Quinella, Can't Go Wong and Snow a Lot in the 6th at Happy Valley. Moving on to the 7th event at Happy Valley. It's Class 4 over the 1,200 metre journey. And it's the first leg of the late treble. Telecom Speed, Alice Wong taking £10 off, so he only carries 124. Our Lucky Gloria last start when it goes up £5. Golden Luck is £7 better off for the beating of 4.5 behind Winning Heart last time out. Diamond Flare back off the all-weather. Hoss did run on a little bit late last time out, but he's got barrier 12 here. Blinkers off, crossover noseband being reapplied. Sight Supreme is a newcomer for John Size and Zach Purton. Glory Cloud on a 7-day turnaround after running third to Exuberant. Winning Heart in the field with the Molly's Witness, who's been poor in 3 runs. Crystal Powerful, Hood off. Falcon Court has done nothing, but he's got barrier 1 for a change. And Harmony and Home hasn't won for 1,127 days. Golden Luck, they pushed him forward last time out, Paul, from barrier number 10. You'd say it's the same case here from barrier 3.
Yeah, I'd say so. And look, he did lead last time from barrier 11 and led all the way and won. So if they leave him alone, he can be hard to pick back. The newcomer, Sight Supreme, he's had 4 trials, £1,060 for him. He's shown a bit of speed at his trials. Diamond Flare can go forward. Telecom Speed might do a little bit tough, but he likes to go forward. Our Lucky Glory, last start winner, will get a good run in. As you mentioned, Falcon Court finally got a barrier draw. He might be a little bit closer.
Well, he gave for Our Lucky Glory a perfect ride from barrier 1 last time out. Let's hear what Harry Bentley has to say about his chances on Wednesday night with Nick Child.
Harry, Our Lucky Glory is a horse who managed to get the win last time out. That was a tidy effort. A bit more on his plate this time, but he's a horse in form.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's been knocking at the door for a while, and it's good to finally get his head in front this season. Got another good draw, which is going to help him. And with a slight rise in the weights, hopefully he can get the job done again.
With your connection to the Douglas White stable, of course, you'd have a fair handle on those horses. I mean, the horse he beat last time is King Excellente, so a fairly decent yardstick. Form looks solid.
Yeah, it does. I would say he obviously got the run of the race that day, and the gaps opened and couldn't have gone smoother. So that has to be factored in. But as I say, he was waiting for a good draw, and he's got that again.
Talking of connections, your connection with equines in this race, Winning Heart you've won on, Glory Cloud you've ridden. Would you rank them as a couple of sort of decent opponents? And I guess you know them well enough, so it gives you a decent insight into the race.
Yeah, that's right. Unfortunately, I was hoping to ride Winning Heart, but the split sections didn't really go my way. But he's another horse that's in good form, and he's been very consistent. Obviously, winning the time before last, so he's going to be competitive. And then Glory Cloud ran another very good race last time, finishing very well down the outside. So another horse that's going to be competitive, but has not been too fortunate by draw. So yeah, there's definitely a few competitive runners in the race that I know quite well, and he's going to have to be at his best.
Yeah, and Chris, of course, his trainer, very much in good form. Just looking ahead, fast forwarding a little bit to the weekend. Now you've picked up the ride on Believing for George Bow in the sprint for Highclere Thoroughbreds. That must be a ride you're looking forward to, obviously, to ride one of the international horses.
Yeah, it's great to represent the UK and George on Believing. She's a Group 1 place filly, and she's done some great things. So yeah, she's obviously up in this Group 1 company. Is going to be tough for her, but see how she's travelled and hopefully have a sit on her before the weekend.
Is that the plan, I presume, during the week? Obviously they're here now. When will you have a sit on her, Harry?
Yeah, well, I'm going to speak to George and ask what day he wants me to have a sit on her, and it'd be good just to get affiliated with her.
He hasn't been training that long, George. I think I went back through the records. I think you might have only ridden him for maybe once, maybe if that. So nice to have this connection with him, and obviously quite sporting of him to bring the horse over. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but if you're not in, you can't win, I suppose.
That's it. I mean, it's naturally competitive racing. You don't go to any Group 1s thinking that it's going to be an easy task. But yeah, she's putting in the air miles, and hopefully she's travelled well. But George is a trainer that's done extremely well in his relatively short training career and goes from strength to strength. So he's a good man to be riding for.
And I'm imagining that you probably know him from, say, Hugo Palmer's. He was assistant there, wasn't he? So, and you rode a bit for Hugo. So I guess, you know, probably haven't ridden for him that often. He's obviously well known to you, and vice versa.
That's right. In Newmarket, obviously, you get to know all the assistants and people working the yards. And George served a long time with Hugo, who I used to ride a lot for. So I know George fairly well from the years gone by.
Harry Bentley touching on our Lucky Glory, and of course his ride on Believing coming up on FWD Champions Day on Sunday at Sharton. Let's move on to the next of the candidates here, Paul. Telecom Speed, Winning Heart, Crystal Powerful, Falcon Court and Molly's Witness. Does the claim here give Telecom Speed a bit of a chance? Because he's another one that just has struggled a little bit with the higher weights.
He has. The draw puts me off him, though, with barrier number 11. I just think there's a lot of pace underneath him, so he may be stuck wide. Look, I thought Winning Heart could bounce back. He goes in the numbers for me. It was a good win, 2 starts go, strong win, and the 4th behind Golden Link was good last time.
Yep, certainly was. One horse that certainly is on my radar at the moment is this horse, Glory Cloud, and he's on a 7-day turnaround, Paul. He's got the same weight as last time out behind Exuberant, back and staying on at the end. Yeah,
drew 12 last start and had to go all the way back. Unfortunately, he's drawn 9 once again, so he's going to be a little bit further back, but as you say, he really caught the eye, finishing off strongly. So, look, he's got to go in the numbers. I think he's a horse with a win coming up shortly for him.
We've got a debutant going around in this race as well. It is number 6, Sight Supreme, for John Size and Zach Purton. He was trained by Alan and Jason Williams in Australia, where he trialled. He was $130,000 through the Inglis Classic yearling sale. What have you made of his performances up at Chung Fa?
I thought his trials have improved as he's got on. This is by far the best trial. He's been slow away earlier in his trials, but he went ping to the front here and led all the way. So that's why I think he'll put himself into a nice position. He's got Zach Purton on board for barrier number 4. So, look, I didn't quite get him in because I thought he's picked quite a strong Class 4 race, but I'll be keeping a close eye on him.
Yep, certainly an interesting first start. Of course, Zach Purton coming into Wednesday night's meeting is on an out streak of 25 at the moment. Let's have a look at a piece of track work here as well, Paul, of a runner that you fancy. Golden Luck, they went forward with him last time out, but had to cover a bit of ground through those early stages. Yeah,
because he drew 10. Prior to that, he drew 11 and led all the way. So I thought with this not too much leading in the race, I thought he could get an easy lead.
Okay, is he the one you want to be on?
Yeah, I think he's going to be a decent price too, because after that last run, but he did have to work a little bit. So he's on top. Then the 3 horses that Harry Bentley has all ridden recently, Our Lucky Glory, Glory Cloud and Winning Heart. 3, 2, 7 and 8 in the end.
Those are Paul's selections for race number 7 on the Wednesday night card at Happy Valley. On career night at the races, race number 8 is the Busan Handicap, and it is the penultimate event on the card. Class 4, 1,200 metres, with Golden Long at the top, coming back into Class 4. Righteous Arian, he steamed home last time out. to Geppy is a 2-time course and distance winner. High percentage of last start winner, goes up £6. The perfect match comes to Happy Valley for the first time. Mr. Valiant comes into with this second up from barrier 12. Cosmo Navigator's been poor. Hercules ran on again last start. Of course, Lucky Quality got rid of his rider Alfie Chan at Happy Valley, at Sharton rather, going back to the 14th of April. Alfie got a couple of broken ribs from that. So Awesome, Colonel and Happy Feeling. Very close to a drop in the grade is Happy Feeling. Speed in this one, Paul. Well, Colonel, he's the pace merchant here, isn't he?
Yeah, he's drawn 1, so I think he'll get to the front. Lucky Quality's been going forward from wide draws. He's drawn nicely, so he should get in behind. So Awesome can put himself in the race. It might be tough for Cosmo Navigator because he's put himself on the pace in his last few starts, and he's drawn wide. High percentage was impressive last time. He'll get a nice run. And Golden Long back in grade here won't be too far away.
Well, speaking of Golden Long, he's only lightly tried here in Hong Kong. He's had the 5 starts, including a 1 win. He's back here in Class 4 for his trainer, Frankie Law.
Frankie, a couple of nice runners towards the end of the programme at Happy Valley for you. Let's start with race number 8, Golden Long. He's a horse dropping back in grade. What did you make of his run at Sharton last time? Because it was quite a good effort.
Yeah, this horse is still young, only 3 years old, and I tried to send him to shot in to see. He went good, but this horse always sometimes a little bit jumps slow, so need to learn how to jump better.
Just on the run last time, I went back and had a look at the replay. Obviously, the horse that won it is James Tack, who's quite useful, and your horse was only just behind Kaholo Angel, who's won recently. So it was a pretty strong form race.
Yes, so I hope he can win tomorrow. But I don't know the track tomorrow, winning or not. I should be winning tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that, of course. Your horse unproven on a wet track. I guess you don't know really until you try.
Yeah, I think he weighs once or the track. I'm not sure tomorrow the track is really heavy or not. But anyway, he got a big weight. This is a little bit problem if winning, yeah.
I guess counteracting that big weight is that he is back into Class 4 grade. They've dropped him back to 60. So I guess taking on lesser opposition, you'd have to be quite confident, wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course. Let's see. If he jump good, I think he's got a good chance, yeah.
Derek's ridden him just the once before and he got a good tune out of him. Gate number 3 will also help you, of course. I mean, we're C+3 course, so that's always a big positive, isn't it?
Yeah, this season, Derek ride once, but he ride that time he jumped really fast. So I think he know how to jump this horse. If he jump better, I think it's a good chance, yeah.
Frankie Law touching on Golden Long with Nick Child as we can move on to a few of the other leading contenders in the race. High Percentage has to be one, Paul. He covered some ground here sort of around the turn. He was in the one back, one out position. He might have been a tad keen at stages as well, but he put this field to bed a long, long way out.
Yeah, look, he'd been leading up to this. He was 10-start maiden leading into this, had run some pretty good races in the past, and this was his race. He won really nicely. Nice win from him. So, yeah, he goes in again.
Yeah, Exuberance come out of that, and one he's trialled well also has High Percentage, so I think he can certainly win again. On we go to Righteous Arian. They've tried him a few times, Paul, at Sharton now, Righteous Arian, but really put in a strong late bid down the outside after being tailed off.
He was 3 or 4 lengths last in this race, and this is a really strong race. 80 light years is going so well. The thing in front, Gracious Express, has looked really promising. The Ka-Ying horse there as well. So, look, he came home really strongly here. Coming back to Happy Valley must be a plus for him. So, yeah, he goes in for me as well.
Yep, Righteous Arian, a 2-time course and distance winner. He's got Hugh Bowman from Barrier 11 to navigate. A horse you don't mind, hopefully maybe at a price, Paul, is the Perfect Match, who's only had the one run at Sharton down the straight.
Yeah, he was a single-figured runner here with Zach Purton aboard. There was blood in the track here after the race, so there was a clear excuse. Look, he's bred for further than 1,000 that he raced at last time, up to the 1,200 with that experience. Look, I think he could sneak under people's radars, so I made him the long shot.
He'd only had 2 trials leading into his debut, and out of that race, Metro Warrior and Multi Super have both come out and franked the form there. So he's on top. Who's around him? Yeah,
he's going to go with the Perfect Match there to win. I'm going to put Righteous Arian in for second, coming back. Happy Valley. Golden Long, he just has to carry the weight and just see how the track is for him, and High Percentage should run well once again. 5-2-1-4.
Those are Paul's numbers for race number 8, his value runner number 5. The Perfect Match lines up in that contest. We wrap things at 10 minutes to 11 o'clock with the Class 3 1800 metre sole handicap. And here's the lineup for it with Gallant Waking. Vincent Ho back aboard here for Francis Lloyd. Carries top weight of 135 pounds. Berlin Tango was snuck along the inside to run 4th on the all-weather last start. Noble Pursuit closed strongly last start. 18 Palms. True Genius has got the blinkers going on, but has been pretty ordinary in 5 runs to date. Devildom's got the blinkers coming off, the tongue tie being applied for the first time. Intrepid Winner, Affordable. Further down with Flamingo Trillion. Kimberley has done his best racing down in Class 4. Tradition hasn't beaten a rival home in 3 runs, and Smiling Time eligible for Class 4 off a rating of 60. True Genius here, Paul, to go to the front for Tony Cruz, and Angus Chuggy led 2 starts ago.
He did, and the blinkers going on shows some intent for me, I thought. So I thought they might go and lead again. 18 Palms was a little bit unlucky last time, so he should get a nice run in behind. Flamingo Trillion has won on the wet track last season as well. Kimberley, Affordable, Devildom, another one that wouldn't mind it if there was plenty of rain. Noble Pursuit just there, and then back to Intrepid Winner and Tradition at the back.
Well, Flamingo Trillion has been there or thereabouts this season so far. Hasn't won for 325 days. Let's hear what his trainer Frankie Law had to say.
Frankie, Flamingo Trillion is your runner in the final race on Wednesday night. Now, he's only had one run here at Happy Valley, and that was quite a good run. So you're happy to bring him back to the city track?
Yes. Last time I put him back to 1600 in Shatin. Maybe the distance a little bit short because before I won him on 2000. And this time 1800 Happy Valley. As you say, he raced once in Happy Valley, finished third. So he got experience. I think he's got a chance, yeah.
The horse that won that race actually takes him on again, Noble Pursuit. You're better off at the weights with him this time, so I guess you'd be keen to have another go at him and hopefully turn that form around.
Yeah, I hope so. This time, but the jockeys lead to a little bit overweight, so I think it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Derek Lung possibly a pound or two over there. Just on the ground now, there's a lot of rain around at the moment. You can probably see from the shots behind you that the weather's been pretty bad in Hong Kong of late. But your horse, if there is a bit of rain and the ground's a little bit softer, he'll love this, won't he? Yes.
Last season, I think he raced one time. Is a little bit heavy track. I'm not too heavy. I think swinging, but. He win the race, yeah, I think so, yeah, last season, yeah.
And I know it's a competitive race there to finish on Wednesday night, but I guess you'd be fairly confident your horse could certainly turn up and run his race, given that one and only racecourse appearance so far.
Yeah, I think Happy Valley, you know, sometimes a little bit weak than Shatin, so that's why I put him in Happy Valley, try to get a winner for the owner, yeah.
Flamingo Trillion in barrier number 7 for jockey Derek Lung and trainer Frankie Law. On to some of the other contenders for the finale, and we've got Noble Pursuit here, Paul, 18 Palms, Smiling Time Tradition. This night for Noble Pursuit, there was no market support for him at all. I thought he would have been a lot shorter than 10-1, but he rocketed home late.
Really good run from him down the outside. So, like, he's definitely going to get his opportunity from barrier 1. 18 Palms as well. I think that these two can Quinella the race. You can see 18 Palms was inconvenienced and had to be snatched up late, which might have cost him third as it turned out, because they were pretty close up there. But so there wasn't much between the two, but I agree with you. I think Noble Pursuit probably the one of the two.
Yeah, it wasn't ideal there with the Ivy League wanting to lay in all the way down the straight there for Keegan de Mello. Gallant Waking and True Genius. Gallant Waking, he was at the back and then he was sort of whined from the 800 metres. He stayed on okay, but does have to shoulder top weight.
That's the worry for him. I'm going to put him in on a very minor line, Gallant Waking, because look, he's more than capable out of a Johannesburg mare. So if there is a bit of moisture around, it's not going to worry him at all. And I just like the way he finishes off his race. But the problem is, as you say, he's got to carry that top weight.
Yep, so that was him there boxing on after a bit of a wide run from mid-race there, Gallant Waking. A few more to look at here. Intrepid Winner, Kimberley, Berlin Tango, True Genius, but I'm not totally convinced these horses are going to be in. I thought there were limited chances in this last race.
Yeah, I've got none of these in. This is 1,800 metres as well. Same distance as they race, but look, Berlin Tango is probably the best out of them. I'm not taken with True Genius yet. I'm not sure if the blinkers will help him. I prefer Kimberley down a grade. Intrepid Winner boxes on, and he finished alongside Berlin Tango, but yeah, I didn't get into the forum.
Unicorn was in that replay there. Of course, he won on the all-weather at the night meeting a few weeks ago. Who's the top selection for the last?
In the last, going to go with the 3 on top, which is Noble Pursuit. I think he can win this from 18 Palms. So I'm using that as the main form race. Flamingo Trillion won't be far away, and Gallant Waking just has to shoulder top weight. 3-4-9-1.
Those are Paul's selections for the final event at Happy Valley, with the first race of 9 underway at 6:40. We are racing on the C+3 course. Make sure you get onto the website, hkjc.com. That's the place you can find the fields, the form guide, and also the extended racing to win for Wednesday night.